Turning to the situation in Afghanistan and Pakistan, I can tell you that the Secretary General is deeply concerned by the escalation of violence we're seeing between Afghanistan and Pakistan and the impact that violence is having on civilian populations. He calls for an immediate cessation of hostilities, and he reiterates his call on the parties to resolve any differences through diplomacy.
تورخام نه وسرالو د غزما لارې د ډریورې ما تورخام کې ډیر بدال جوړ دی زنانه ماشومان سړی ټول په بدال دی رامنډي وي د کیم یو بدال جوړ دی په تورخام کې هیڅ زیان نشته دی څوک ودرېږي او بسر سړی رامنډي وي او راتښتي زه خپله ډریورې ما
وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا
سے تو اعلان کر سارے لوگوں کے اندر ارزن فتناس
یہ جنگ لمبی نہیں چلے گی یہ بڑی مختصر رہے گی میرے خیال میں میکسیمم 3 دن میں ختم ہو جائے گی لیکن اس کے بعد اگر افغانیوں نے کوئی کسی قسم کی شرارت کی تو ان کو یہ یاد رکھنا چاہیے کہ ہم نے ان کے 50 لاکھ لوگوں کو یہاں پر پناہ دی.
معاذ اللہ آپ کو کذاب تک کہا. معاذ اللہ ایمانداروں کا لفظ نہیں ہے, مسلمان کا لفظ نہیں ہے.
کوئی نہیں, ہمیں کسی چیز کا خوف ہی نہیں ہے. پاک فوج ہمارے ساتھ کھڑی ہے, آئے ہیں ہم نماز پڑھنے آئے ہیں. ہمارے ساتھ ساری کائنات کا خالق و مالک اللہ ہے, ٹھیک ہے, حفاظت کرتا ہے, ہمیں کسی چیز کا ڈر نہیں ہے.
الرحمن الرحیم مالک یوم الدین ایاک نعبد و ایاک نستعین سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي
हम यहाँ जुम्मा पढ़ने आए हैं, हमारा साथ ही ऑफिस है, तो हम यहाँ पे बेफिक्र होकर नमाज़ पढ़ने आए हैं, कोई हमें खौफ नहीं है। पाक फौज जिंदाबाद।
Turning to the situation in Afghanistan and Pakistan, I can tell you that the Secretary General is deeply concerned by the escalation of violence we're seeing between Afghanistan and Pakistan and the impact that violence is having on civilian populations. He calls for an immediate cessation of hostilities, and he reiterates his call on the parties to resolve any differences through diplomacy. Further on the situation in Afghanistan, our humanitarian colleagues are voicing concern over the impact of attacks, including reported incident at a transit and reception center at the Torkaram border crossing in the eastern part of Afghanistan. We continue to call on all parties to comply with their obligations under international humanitarian law, in particular to ensure that civilians are protected at all times, as well as civilian infrastructure. I also wanted to tell you that the Secretary General welcomes the continuation of the indirect talks mediated by Oman between the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States of America. He calls on the parties to continue to work with determination and in good faith towards a lasting agreement. He also emphasizes that full and comprehensive IAEA verification is essential for any successful resolution of the Iran nuclear issue.
First, Israel's top court today suspended the halt to operations by more than 35 NGOs in the Palestinian territories. Does the Secretary General have any comment?
Well, I mean, we've been very consistent in saying that we desperately need our partners at the international NGOs and others who we work with. We as a UN system could not do what we do without that partnership, and we want to see them being able to continue their work.
And secondly, Pakistan has said that it is in, quote, open war, close quote, with Afghanistan. I know you read a statement from the Secretary General. Is he taking any further action, like calling, trying to talk to the leaders?
Our mission, a political mission in Kabul, is obviously closely monitoring the situation, in touch with people there. Various contacts are being had. When I have something a bit more public to share with you.
A number of countries have urged their nationals to withdraw from Iran, including UK, Canada, and India. So a war seems to be imminent. So does the Secretary General has any more comments on the situation?
Well, I mean, you know, we're seeing both, I would say, positive messages come out of the diplomatic track, which we're continuing to encourage. We're also seeing very worrying military movements throughout the region, which is extremely concerning as well. These are two potential tracks, clearly. We encourage everyone to focus on the diplomatic track.
Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Subscribe, share, like, and comment.